So this is my Rescaped 125. It was originally fully carpeted with HC, or otherwise known as baby tears, but I was having issues with, as it got thicker, the roots were rotting on it and it was coming up in clumps, so I decided to swap that out for some slightly different plants that I thought would be slightly easier to look after. I'm not sure what they are. I had them originally, which is these here, and I quite liked them, so I swapped them out, and as the HC came up over this side, I replaced it with those. I've also changed out quite a lot of the plants. It was originally a nature aquarium, but as the HC come up, I just started putting plants in willy-nilly, to be fair, and I wouldn't say it's got a style of any sort at the moment, but I quite like it. There's a lot going on, and as the plants bed in more, I probably will change it around a bit. I've also got some more fish. I've got some Endler Guppys there, all male. If you do get females, they do breed like rabbits, so I wasn't interested in that, so I did get all males. I've got about 9 of those. They're supposed to fight when it's an all male, but I've not seen any issues whatsoever. I've also got 4 rummy nose, or as I call them now, crummy nose, left. Started with 11 about 6 to 8 months ago, and they've just all gone. And I don't normally have issues with fish, so I really don't know. I think that was probably a bad batch with those, and that's why they've gone. Shrimp wise, I've got about 24. He's a cross between cherry shrimp and fire. I think they're called fire engine red. There you go there. They've bred quite a lot. As I said, I started off with about 6 to 8, and there's about 24, so they're coming on quite well. The plants, really don't know what I've bought. I just, I buy what I like, the look of it, and that's what I've done there, to be fair. So, if anyone does know the name of them, feel free to just plot it down. But I quite like it. It is, very different to how it was before. I also fitted the JBL, I think it's the Profi internal filter. I quite like that. That seems to fit into the tank quite well. And also the external, I think it's the Profi Lux, which I'm really happy with. It's quiet as anything. If you listen, really good. So not bad for the money whatsoever. It really does the job, and I'm quite happy with it. I didn't have to go and spend hundreds of pounds on a new Eheim. I think it was about £75, and I'm happy with that, definitely. So the tank has changed quite a lot since the last time I did a video on it. As I said, the HC was coming up, and it was going everywhere. It was making a terrible mess, and I wanted, I don't mind doing maintenance, but it was just getting silly in the end, so I wanted something slightly easier. As it came up, I just planted the plants, and this is what it kind of come out like. No real faults, as you can see. It's just gone in as it's gone in. I've also spoken in the past about my 4-foot Mbuna tank. I've still not done nothing with that. That still definitely needs some work. I may take the rock work out of the back and replace the ocean rock. I really don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's definitely on the cards. I do want to refresh it, put some work into it. I've not neglected it, but obviously with a planted tank, they do take up a bit of time, and I've not really wanted to do with it what I have. So, the fish are growing out well in there, so I think it's time for a change. So I'll be looking at updating that some stage in the not too distant future. But as I said, with this, the 125, I'm quite happy with the way it looks. There's no real fault to it, but, it seems to have come out okay. I'm happy with the way things are going. So maybe next video I do might be the Mbuna tank that's been updated, or maybe it'll be a refresh of this one. So that's it for now.